Empire State Building, written by Willie R. Hughes. Focus question: what makes the Empire State Building special? Two friends think big. Two friends, John Ruscop and A.I. Smith, wanted to build the tallest skyscraper in the world. They grew up in low-income families. Both had to quit school and go to work. Years later, Ruscop was rich and Smith was famous. Together, the two friends made a good team and built the Empire State Building. Their building was the tallest in the world for 41 years. Starts and states. Take an elevator to the top of this building and you can see parts of 5 states. Look around and you might see stars even in the daytime. Famous movie stars visit to see the view too. From the ground to top is 1,454 feet. The 102nd floor is for visitors. The 86th floor is for visitors. The building has its own zip code 10118. The address is 355th Avenue, New York City. The Empire State Building is known as the world's most famous office building, America's favorite building, and even one of the 7 wonders of the world. The ground floor is much larger than a football field. Making room for greatness, the place Ruscop and Smith chose for their building was a busy one. A grand hotel was already standing there. The hotel had to go. People worked day to night to tear down the hotel quickly. The two friends needed to construct their building fast. A skyscraper is as big and heavy as the one they planned needed to sit on solid rock. Workers dug down 40 feet to reach solid rock. Huge rocks carry away tons of dirt and rock. It took 5 months to tear down the hotel and make the hole. Then, on April 7th, 1930, construction of the Empire State Building began. Skyboys, strong metal beams rose. Beams support the skyscrapers as much as your bones support your body. As the steel beams went higher and higher, crowds gathered on the streets below. They looked up in wonder as men walked the narrow beams high above. People called the men skyboys. Do you know, many proud and brave iron workers were from the Mohawk Nation, native people who lived in or near New York. More than 800 Mohawks lived in a neighborhood called downtown Kennewick. A sign over the doorway of a restaurant there said the greatest iron workers in the world passed through these doors. Skyboys worked in teams of 4 to join the beams together with red-hot rabbits. Every team member was brave and fast. The steel beams zoomed up an amazing 4 floors away. Some of the best teams were the Mohawk from New York State. Some of them could set a rabbit every minute. Zoom to the top. By June, the steel reached the 25th floor. Behind the Skyboys came other workers. They built the inside wall of the building. These workers were so fast that they started to catch up to the Skyboys. August was the busiest month. The Skyboys were almost to the top. The outside were made of stone. Windows and metal were going up a floor a day. Inside, thousands of workers were busy. Getting supplies to so many workers was taking too much time. Workers laid tracks around each floor to speed things up. Carts were loaded and pushed along the tracks right to the workers. In November, Aunt Smith stood proud. He was on the 102nd floor. The steel beams had reached the very top. He was also scared standing that high on a beam. The last rivet was placed. When he smashed into the beam, the steel work was done. The rivet made newspaper headlines. Not only was it the last one set, but it was also the only one made of gold. Happy birthday! The building opened in May 1st, 1931. 50 years later, in 1981, the building was made a landmark. It is protected by law and cannot be torn down. Ian Smith said his building was made for the future, and he was right. It will be standing tall in New York for a long time to come.